Schoolteacher Juliet Tomlin is charged with indecent assault on a 15-year-old boy, one of her pupils. Following complaints by the boy's father, the police took action when the boy left home and spent 2 nights in Miss Tomlin's house. The boy claims that they were intimate. Miss Tomlin denies it.
Similarly, my lord, and because these matters concern a boy of 15, I ask that he be referred to throughout as Master Robin A.
Why not simply Master A? Or another Christian name?
Well, the boy is known as Robin to all of the witnesses, my lord, and I think it would be easiest to use that name.
Very well.
Robin is a fairly common name, and unless his surname or the name of the school is mentioned, I think there'll be no way of identifying him.
Very well.
And for the same reasons, I make a similar application in respect of the boy's father, suggest that we would call him Mr. A.
Yes, well, clearly it's the boy's interest his father's identity be kept secret too. I make an order under the Children's Young Persons Act, 1933. Press, please note. Mr. Lotterby.
I'm obliged, my lord. I call Miss Gladys Kitely.
Gladys Joan Kitely, please.
Let me come this way.
What is your religion?
Church of England.
Take the book in your right hand and read aloud the words on this card.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Your full name, please.
Gladys Joan Kitely.
And your address.
15 Sycamore Avenue, Fulchester.
And your occupation, Miss Kitely.
I'm assistant principal at the Granville Road...
Oh, I should have told you, Miss Kitely, in referring to the school and to other witnesses, his lordship has ruled that no name will be mentioned which could identify the 15-year-old boy in this case. You are asked to refer to him as Robin A. and to his father as Mr. A.
Yes, I understand.
Now, you are assistant principal of the school at which Miss Tomlin taught and at which Robin A. was a pupil.
Yes.
Now, on the 7th of July last, did you go to see Robin's father at his home?
Yes.
Now, why did you go to see him?
I was deputed to go by the head and senior staff members.
And did you see Mr. A?
Yes.
And did you see Robin?
No, he wasn't there.
After you left Mr. A's, where did you go?
I drove round to see Juliet Tomlin.
At her house?
Yes, I got there about 9:30.
And what happened there?
The door was opened by Robin himself. He was very embarrassed, and so was I. I said I wanted to see Miss Tomlin, and she asked me in.
So far as you could see, was there anyone else in the house?
No, Miss Tomlin lives alone.
But did you see or hear anything whilst you were there to suggest there might be someone else in the house?
No, my lord, they were alone.
They were alone in the house?
Yes.
Did you talk to either of them?
I said something like, Juliet, do you know what you're doing? This is a child, an underage boy. Heaven knows what harm you're doing to him.
And what did she reply?
She just laughed.
Laughed?
She laughed at me. I told her the police were going to be called in. Mr. Gilroy had told me he would...
Miss Kitely, you've been instructed to refer only to Mr. A. Members of the press must not publish that name. I instruct anyone in court not to repeat it.
I'm so sorry.
What was Miss Tomlin's reaction to hearing that Mr. A would call in the police?
She smiled again, and she just said, to the pure, Miss Kitely, all things are pure.
She didn't seem much concerned at the thought of the police.
I don't believe she thought he'd really do it. Apparently he'd been round there himself the night before, and she'd sent him packing.
She told you that?
Yes, in so many words.
What else was said, Miss Kitely?
I can't remember conversations word for word. Oh, it's not very clear. I was shocked, seeing them like that, practically living together. She was so calm about it all. She stroked his hair. While I was there in front of me, she stroked his head. They were lovers.
How long did you stay at Miss Tomlin's house that night?
Oh, about 10 minutes. I could see I was wasting my time. They were paying no attention to what I was saying.
Now, when you left, they were still alone in the house?
Yes.
Up until this time, Miss Kitely, what were your feelings towards Miss Tomlin? Had you any animosity towards her?
I can't say I liked her very much, no, but I'd no animosity at all.
How well did you know Robin?
Oh, he was in my maths class. Most promising pupil until all this happened. I had great hopes for him. I always thought he could have won a scholarship, and then from about the end of May and beginning of June, he just seemed to lose interest.
In what way, Miss Kitely?
Well, the difference between a keen student and an indifferent one. Homework skimped or not done at all, not concentrating in class. I just couldn't understand it until...
Yes?
Until I saw with my own eyes what all the talk was about. I saw them kissing in a classroom.
I see. And was this classroom kiss a simple peck on the cheek, or was it, well, what can I call it, an adult kiss?
It was adult enough. A lot of things suddenly became very clear.
Thank you, Miss Kitely.
Miss Kitely, would you say that you regarded Robin as a particularly special pupil?
Oh, academically, he was much brighter than average. As I said, he was heading for a scholarship with a very little effort and a little extra tuition.
Ah, who would have given that extra tuition?
I would.
So, he was really your star pupil, was he?
In a way, yes. I believe he has the makings of a mathematician. He would have been one if it hadn't been for...
For Miss Tomlin?
Yes.
For Miss Tomlin's encouragement of his literary talents. Did you ask Robin why he'd lost interest in your maths class?
Oh, several times, of course. I couldn't get a sensible answer out of him.
An answer you thought was sensible?
Robin is a very talented boy. It's a crying shame to waste that talent because of a silly crush on a woman old enough to know better.
Did you tell him that?
Yes, I certainly did.
And what was his reaction?
He was very silly.
What was his reaction, Miss Kitely?
He said I was jealous.
He said you were jealous. Now, could you tell us again the purpose of your visit to his father's house on July the 7th?
Well, as I said, I was deputed by the head and senior staff to go and see him.
To do what?
In the hope of preventing this, I suppose.
The public trial.
And the ordeal for Robin. It was felt we couldn't just ignore all the talk going around the school. Talk that he and Miss Tomlin were having, and his work was suffering. I didn't want to go.
So you went round to Robin's father's to try and keep the police out of the matter. Then you discovered Robin was at Miss Tomlin's house and had probably been there overnight.
Yes, Robin's father told me.
So you must at once have realised that it was a rather more serious situation than you'd thought.
Oh, yes.
What else was said between you and Mr. A that evening?
Not a great deal. I needn't have bothered.
Oh, why was that?
He became angry, abusive, said he was handling it. He told me he was going to call in the police. I begged him not to do anything so drastic, but
you thought that calling in the police was drastic, did you?
Yes, I did.
I see. And then you drove around to Juliet Tomlin's house?
Yes.
To warn her?
I suppose so.
Miss Kitely, if you believed that Robin and Miss Tomlin had spent the previous night together alone at her house, why did you think that calling in the police was so drastic, to use your own word?
Well, it was Robin I was thinking of.
For his sake, you wanted to keep the police out of the matter?
Yes, my lord.
Oh, come now, Miss Kitely. The reason why you thought that calling in the police was so drastic was because you didn't seriously believe that Robin and Miss Tomlin were having an affair.
I was as sure as... I practically saw them.
You saw two people alone in a house together. You saw two people being mildly affectionate to one another in a classroom. I suggest to you, you jumped to the conclusion they were lovers without waiting to see if there was a perfectly innocent explanation.
What else could it be, I ask you?
Miss Tomlin, was this the first occasion you'd ever spoken to Miss Tomlin about their relationship?
No.
No, indeed. Many times you had buttonholed her and given her the benefit of your opinions, had you not?
As soon as it seemed to me she was not behaving as a teacher should with a child, yes.
You think of youths of 15 as children, do you?
Yes, I certainly do.
Children throughout their 15th year?
Children until they leave school.
Although one day more, their 16th birthday, and they are held, even in law, to be adult, old enough to marry.
Miss Lewis, what this witness thinks of the law is quite irrelevant.
Very well, my lord. And we've also heard that you'd already spoken to Master A.
Yes.
To give him the benefit of some more of your opinions.
To prevent, or to try and prevent, this tragedy.
Did any of the other teachers speak to Miss Tomlin or Robin?
I don't know.
To the best of your knowledge?
Not that I know of.
So you alone took it upon yourself to interfere?
If you want to call it interfering.
Well, nobody else seemed to feel it was necessary or indeed anything very much to be concerned with. What else should I call it?
And will you tell us, please, Inspector Lane, how these matters first came to the attention of the police?
When the gentleman referred to as Mr. A came to the station on the 8th of July last, sir.
Were you on duty?
No, sir, but the duty sergeant telephoned me at home and I returned to the station, in view of the nature of the complaint.
Miss Lewis, do you mind if we hear the nature of the complaint?
Not at all, my lord. Indeed, I should probably have asked myself if my learned friend had not.
What was the nature of the complaint?
Well, he said that his son, a minor, had been seduced by an older woman, that the boy had run away from home to go and live with the woman, and he produced letters that seemed to confirm his story.
Letters written by the woman to the boy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, well, we'll return to the subject of those letters in a moment, Inspector. Now, did you interview the woman, Miss Tomlin?
I went to her home that afternoon, sir, when she got back from the school where she was teaching.
Was the boy, Master A, present at that meeting?
He was there with her when I arrived, sir, but when he saw me, he shouted, the bastard, and ran out of the house. He didn't return while I was there.
Did you think those epithets were directed at you?
No, sir. No, I think he was referring to his father. As a matter of fact, Miss Tomlin did say, by way of explanation, I'm so sorry. He feels very badly about his father. I suppose it was his father who called you.
Did you question Miss Tomlin about the nature of her relationship?
Yes, sir, at some length. She admitted writing the letters. She also said the boy had been living there for 2 days and that she was very fond of him.
Very fond of him. Did she amplify that?
She said she thought he was a remarkable person, which no one could argue with. That she was sorry for him because he'd been having troubles with his father. And, of course, she denied that she'd ever been intimate with him.
She denied sexual
Oh,
intercourse?
she denied sexual activity, any kind of sexual activity at all, sir. She has denied that throughout.
You showed her the letters at that time, did you?
Yes, sir. She said they were hers, that they were written to the boy, and she insisted that I was misinterpreting them.
When did you see the boy, Robin A?
That same evening, sir. I told Miss Tomlin that I needed to interview the boy, and she said she'd pass the message on. He came to see me at the police station at about 5 o'clock that same evening. Miss Tomlin was with him.
But you saw the boy alone?
Oh, yes, I did, in the presence of Police Constable Evers.
So what did the boy say?
Well, he refused to say anything very much at first, just sat glaring at me. Could have told me to mind my own business. Then he suddenly became very friendly, and we had quite a long talk.
Did you subsequently read out what he told you to Miss Tomlin?
Yes, sir.
Oh, briefly, Inspector, will you outline your conversation with the boy as you outlined it to Miss Tomlin?
Well, as I said, sir, he was reluctant to talk at all at first. Then he suddenly seemed to change his mind, and there was no stopping him after that. He just burst out, I love her, I'll always love her. If she wanted me to jump off a cliff for her, I would.
Now, let us be clear about all of this, Inspector. These notes which you took of your interview with the boy, you later gave to Miss Tomlin.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And the boy said, I love her, I'll always love her, and if she wanted me to jump off a cliff for her, I would.
Yes, sir.
And he also told you, of course we've made love. We slept together, lovers do. It was great. It's always fantastic.
He said that, yes, sir.
Yes. And you asked some questions to make quite certain he knew what these words meant, that he knew what it is to make love.
Absolutely certain, sir. I said to him, are you sure, lad? You've really been in bed together? And he replied, are you kidding? And I'm a man, not a lad. This is the swinging 70s, isn't it? Or are you just asking to hear all the juicy details?
Yes.
I said, never mind the juicy details, lad. I just need to know one thing. And he interrupted me with, yes, she's very sexy, but she's mine, and you'd only be wasting your time. I said, the word, Robin, is penetration. Do you know that word? He laughed and said, of course I know it. I've done it.
I know it, I've done it. And you took this clearly to refer to sexual misconduct between the boy and Miss Tomlin.
Yes, sir.
What did Miss Tomlin say when you read this all out to her?
Nothing, sir.
But she didn't deny it, say it was all nonsense?
No, sir. But to be fair, she did seem rather surprised.
You mean the expression on her face was one of surprise?
Yes, my lord.
She said nothing.
Well, just at the end, as I'd finished reading it out to her, my lord, she said, poor Robin. And that was all.
Yes, I see.
Inspector, we come now to those letters which the father gave you. How many were there?
Or a round dozen, sir, but only 2 that are more than affectionate.
Yes, and Miss Tomlin has admitted writing them.
Yes, sir.
Yes. My lord, I should like the inspector to read out 2 of these letters while copies are being distributed to the jury. They will be exhibits 1 and 2.
Miss Lewis?
No objection, my lord. The
Very
only
well.
dispute I have is to the interpretation which the prosecution puts on them.
Yes, so would you read these two letters out, Inspector, so that the jury may hear them?
Oh, the first is just dated and headed Tuesday. Robin, dear Robin, I know it's wrong of me to write you again. I'm sitting ready for bed, and all I can think of is you. Being young is a wonderful gift, and all we old is, oh yes, I am, envy it. But your passion and stamina, enthusiasm and energy must not be wasted. I look at my hand as I write, and I think of your smooth flesh. Now, Robin, now is all we have. Everything we can possibly be and do is only in the now. That means not fighting, but spending as much of every now as we can on love. I hope I've shown you something of what love is. I've tried, and God knows it is as good for me as you say it is for you. Gently now, I kiss you good night. Oh, and it's signed Juliet, sir.
Yes, Inspector, and the other letter, please.
Well, again, it's dated just as Sunday. It begins, Darling Robin, what you said today has set me thinking, though I know I said I'd stop. It is not one-sided. If I've made you happy, made you a man, then I'm glad. But you've given me very much too. Let us not forget all these years between us. No, because they are what have made us each what we are. Oh, and then she quotes, sir, I write of youth, of love, and have access by these to sing of cleanly wantonness. Remember, I want you and love you every moment of every day. There, you wanted a declaration, and now you have it. I'll be your Juliet for as long as you want me. I want you now and here, and sometimes I can't understand a world which keeps us apart. I kiss your hands, Juliet.
Thank you, Inspector. Now, you put those letters to Miss Tomlin because of the clear implication of sexual misconduct between her and the boy.
Yes, I did, sir.
Yes, and it is indeed difficult to place any other interpretation on them. Thank you.
Inspector, you saw Robin on several occasions, did you not?
Yes, ma'am, 4 times in all.
And in all these interviews, and in the many things he must have said to you, did you find him to be invariably truthful?
Well, I have to say I didn't ever catch him out in any lies.
But did you ever feel that he might have been anything other than truthful?
Did I feel that he...
Feel, my lord? This is asking for the witness's opinion as to whether, as to the reliability of another person who is to be called as a witness.
Yes. I think that in cross-examination, Miss Lewis may ask whether one witness has told another a lie. I really don't think a witness can be asked to give his opinion as to whether or not another witness impressed him as being probably truthful.
Very well, my lord. Inspector, did you believe Robin to be a sensitive, over-imaginative boy, quite capable of inventing stories such as these, stories without much truth in them?
No, Miss Lewis, that won't do. It is up to you to demonstrate that the boy was making up a story. You must not ask the inspector's opinion. You may ask the inspector whether the boy told him anything which subsequently proved to be a fantasy or made up.
I had thought, my lord, that's just what I was doing. And surely it is not up to me to show that this is a story. It's for the prosecution to show the guilt of the accused, not for me to prove her innocence.
Of course, what you say is true, Miss Lewis. The Crown must prove its case. However, I repeat, you must not ask the inspector's opinion about this whole case, which is what you were doing. Now, let's get on to something else.
Very well, my lord. Now, Inspector, you saw Robin and his father together on one occasion, did you not?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
And how did they behave together? How did they seem with one another?
Well, like cat and dog, really. One couldn't speak without the other arguing.
Not a good relationship.
No, ma'am.
In fact, a very bad relationship.
Not a very good one.
So poor, in fact, that there is now pending an application by the father to have his son declared in need of the care and attention of a juvenile court.
I believe so, yes. Not surprisingly.
Despite the fact that such an order might well lead to the boy being placed in a home.
Yes, ma'am.
My lord, I don't like having to interrupt my learned friend again, but this can hardly be relevant.
My lord, my case is that the boy left home because of a lack of understanding between him and his father, not because of any plan on the part of my client, who had no alternative but to put the boy up for a couple of days.
Yes, I think you've given us the idea, Miss Lewis. Perhaps your other questions on the matter might be better put to the two people directly concerned.
As your lordship pleases. I have, then, no further questions.
Thank you, Inspector. You may stand down.
Thank you.
I call Mr. A.
Mr. A, please. Will you come this way, sir? Witness box is down there.
What is your religion?
Church of England.
Take the book in your right hand and read aloud the words on this card.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Will you write down your name and address, please? The court has agreed for you to be referred to throughout these proceedings as Mr. A for the purpose of protecting your son, Robin, from publicity and other consequences of this trial. Now, what's your occupation, Mr. A?
I was assistant manager at the branch of a bank.
You were?
Yes, I've resigned since all this business. Secrecy in court is all very well, but the whole world already knows locally I found it impossible to do my job properly.
I see you're another victim of the scandal, are you?
Yes.
I'd like you to look at these letters, Exhibits 1 and 2, please. Do you recognize these letters? Have you seen them before?
I certainly have.
How did you get hold of them?
I went to Robin's room and searched until I found them. It was after he didn't come home that night. I went out about 5, although I forbade it. He simply didn't come back. I didn't know where he was. Well, not for certain. I needed proof. I found the letters, then I knew. I went round to her house and I faced her with them.
This was what, the 7th of July last?
The 6th. I found the letters on the 6th. I didn't go to the police until the 8th.
Now, just answer this question, yes or no. Had you and Robin had discussions prior to this concerning Miss Tomlin?
Discussions? Rows?
I suspect the answer is yes, Mr. Lapotaire.
Yes, my lord. 2 days elapsed between the date when you found these impassioned letters written to your son, and apparently from Miss Tomlin, and the date when you went to the police.
Yes, you don't go to the police about your son without doing a great deal of thinking. I didn't know what else to do. Miss Kitely came to see me on the 7th, so everybody knew about it. I went round to her house that night, the first night with the letters. I told her what I thought of her. Robin wouldn't see me, his father.
He was there in the house?
Oh, yes. He was upstairs. He simply wouldn't speak to me.
And so far as you could see, they were alone in the house?
Oh, completely. And she said that he was asleep, but I heard him. I asked her to please make him come home. She refused point blank. She said that I was a bad influence on him.
Did she deny she had been intimate with your son? Did you discuss the subject?
She wouldn't discuss it. It was like talking to a brick wall. I called her a Jezebel, a loose woman. I called her a lot of rude names. No, not rude. They were true. I said she was a whore. She didn't deny that either.
Nor did she deny that she had been intimate with your son.
How could she deny it? He was there. He was there with her, living with her. And I had her letters.
How could she deny it? How indeed?
The case of the Queen against Tomlin will be resumed tomorrow in the Crown Court. Schoolteacher Juliet Tomlin is accused of indecent assault on a 15-year-old schoolboy. The prosecution has produced 2 letters which she wrote to the boy, who must be called Robin A. in court. His father is now in the witness box.
Now, Mr. A, when did you first become aware that your son had a close relationship with Miss Tomlin?
Close? Yes, I can't give a date. He started being out in the evenings. People started dropping hints. And eventually one night I spoke to him.
Ah, he was coming home at night.
At that time, yes. I spoke to him. I said, "What's all this about you and some school teacher?" I thought
quietly, reasonably enough, but he flew into a rage. We had a stand-up row.
The first of many?
Yes.
The first? You'd not been in the habit of quarrelling before this?
No more than any other father and son. It was her influence that spoilt him.
So, as far as you're concerned, the deterioration in your son's character began at about the time he became friendly with Miss Tomlin?
At exactly the time, yes.
Because you felt his character was changing?
He was out all the time. He was answering back. He was being damn rude, in fact. And then he started getting moony and thoughtless.
Moony?
Moony, I mean, never there. Even when he was in, I couldn't get a word out of him. I mean, if I spoke to him, I'd just get a silly grin. Then he'd always been keen to go to college, get some sort of degree. Now suddenly wanted to switch, either not going to university at all or take some arts course. And he wrote things all the time.
Wrote things?
Stories, rhymes. He started a book. I told him if he didn't watch out, he'd end up being a poet or something.
Oh, I see. You are a widower, are you not, Mr. A?
Since 1962, yes.
So that for much of his life you brought up your son alone?
I did.
How did you get on during his childhood?
Well, I would say.
You were unusually close, were you?
Close, I don't know about unusually.
Did it ever occur to you that he might miss the company of a woman, a mother?
There were neighbours. I had a sort of nanny for him for a while.
But he must have missed a deep relationship, perhaps enough to be particularly vulnerable to the interest and affection of an older woman.
Well, obviously. And it grieves me. If I'd known it would turn out like this, I would have married again.
For his sake?
Yes.
I see. Now, for some time you have believed, have you not? Indeed, you've allowed yourself no doubt at all that Miss Tomlin seduced your son.
No doubt at all.
You've convinced yourself of it. You believe it.
Well, of course I do. I don't know what she'll say. She'll have some version since she's defending it. But make no mistake, this was no palsy-walsy teacher taken with a clever pupil or even a child with a crush on the teacher. This was a deep, fixed, dirty love affair.
Dirty? Because of the difference in their ages?
She's a child. She seduced him.
When you began to think this, what steps did you take to end it?
Well, to try and end it, anything, everything. I tried to talk him out of it. I stopped his pocket money. I forbade him to see her. I made him account for his time. I even went to his headmaster. I tried everything.
Nothing succeeded.
Well, she won, didn't she? She counted me at every turn. I think she even gave him money. Anyway, she went right on seeing him.
Over what period? Weeks, months, how long?
Months, about 3 months, till I was at my wit's end. Of course, what I did was wrong.
What was wrong?
Well, I was to forbid it. It just made him more stubborn. It made him hate me. I should have... Well, I don't know. I tried to reason with him. I tried to understand. I can't. I mean, it's wrong. No one can deny that, even if I've lost my son. It's immoral. An older woman with a young child. I can't be wrong. Even the law says it's wrong. If it was the other way around, if it had been a schoolmaster with a young girl, he'd be in jail by now.
And this case is brought, is it not? Simply because society feels that children must be protected.
Yes.
And you yourself feel it so very strongly that we have heard you've applied to the juvenile court to have your own son taken into the care of the local authority.
I believe the term is a fit person order, under which he would still be in my charge and control.
But he may be taken into care, put into a home, or anything the court sees fit.
Well, this is a private business which shouldn't have come out here. In fact, I've instructed my solicitors to see if we can't withdraw the application. He's my son. I didn't know what else to do at the time. It's my problem. He's my son. I love him for all his faults.
Mr. A, you know your son will be called upon to give evidence.
Yes.
And you know that his version of these events may be very different from yours.
I don't know, perhaps.
Will you allow that 2 or more people may see the same thing and see it, describe it as totally different things?
A fact is a fact.
You're a very rigid man, aren't you, sir?
No.
You said of Miss Tomlin, she won, she counted me at every turn.
Yes.
You said, I asked her to make him come home.
Pleased to make him come home.
Where was Robin in all this?
I don't understand you.
She won. Make him. Had Robin no choice? You make him sound like a prize in a lottery. Did he have no choice in the matter?
He'd had his choice.
And he had chosen, but chosen wrongly.
Yes.
But that is not a choice, is it? He's free to choose as long as he chooses your way.
For God's sake, you can't claim that it's right.
That depends entirely on what it is, doesn't it? Now, this happy, close childhood you say Robin had, do you think he'll agree it was truly like that?
If he tells the truth, yes.
Why? Does he sometimes not tell the truth?
He used not to lie ever.
But now he does.
Yes.
During all this, he must have lied to you many times.
Or more shadings of the truth.
And sometimes downright lies.
Yes.
And sometimes wishful thinking. Sometimes stories he wished were true, so vivid to this imaginative boy that he believes them true.
He was brought up to respect the truth.
He was a happy child, was he?
Yes, he was.
Sometimes naughty?
Sometimes.
And how did you correct him?
Well, however was appropriate.
How?
I seldom beat him, if that's what you mean.
How did you punish him for lying?
Well, in different ways.
How?
Not read a bedtime story, stop his pocket money, send him off to bed.
Well, presumably that ceased to work by the time he was 15.
When he was a child.
Did you ever make him take a mouthful of dry mustard for telling a lie and hold it in his mouth until he wept from the pain?
I did, yes.
I imagine you are no great believer in modern psychology, Mr. A.
I'm not sure that it works.
Did mustard? You see, I'm going to suggest to you that exactly your sort of punishment might lead an imaginative, sensitive boy to dislike your kind of truth and to escape more and more into his own world of dreams.
I'm afraid that's all a bit speculative for me.
Yet you have admitted he's now a downright liar.
I don't think I said that.
Oh, indeed you did, sir. You also said, and I quote, "If I had known it would turn out like this, I'd have married again, for his sake."
Yes.
Not for your own.
Well,
Why not?
I never met anybody...
Who you wanted to marry?
Yes.
Who compared to your wife?
Yes.
You loved her very much, did you?
Yes.
And in more than a decade, you've never found anybody else who could live up to your very high standards?
Really, my lord, where are these impertinent questions taking us?
Well, they have taken me exactly where I want to go. Now, I merely want to ask this witness if, in fact, he doesn't like women very much at all.
And what is the purpose of that?
Why, my lord, to establish that he actively dislikes women.
I don't think I can permit that question.
Very well, my lord. Thank you.
His lordship has ruled, Robin, that you should be referred to as Master Robin A. here. Now, would you please write down your name and address on this piece of paper? Good. Now, we also must not name the school involved. The school you have now left. You must answer my questions, Robin.
I didn't know it was a question.
Have you changed schools?
Yes.
And Miss Tomlin has also left that school now? And your father has left his job as well?
Yes.
All because of your relationship with Miss Tomlin. Do you regret what happened between you?
No.
It was worth it, was it?
Yes.
You're a bit of a Lothario, aren't you?
A what?
Something of a Romeo with your Juliet.
No.
No? Well, you've heard from Miss Kitely. She had a soft spot for you. She was kidded about you. And Miss Tomlin, who felt... Well, what exactly did she feel for you?
Ask her.
I'm asking you.
Young man, you must answer counsel.
Look, he's just trying to get me going.
Whatever the truth about your activities, there can be no doubt they've been the source of a lot of trouble and anxiety to a number of other people. The least you can do now is to behave civilly and answer the questions that are put to you.
I'm obliged, my lord. Now, Robin, it is established that you had a close relationship with Miss Tomlin. Now, what did Miss Tomlin say she felt for you?
Felt? Feel she still loves me.
You think she loves you?
Yes.
And you love her?
Yes.
And what about your father? Do you love him?
I don't know.
Does he love you, do you think?
Probably.
Well, if your father loves you, all this must be causing him some pain, wouldn't you say? Well, it's rather like trying to get blood out of a stone, but would you try to answer that question?
Yes, it caused him pain.
Do you regret that?
Yes.
But not so much that you would give up a liaison, to use a neutral word, a liaison which you knew caused him grief?
No.
What's happened between you now? Are you still seeing each other?
No.
Will you see each other again?
I don't know.
Well, if your father goes on with his application to have you declared in need of care and attention, you won't be able to see her again, will you?
Yes, I will.
Well, how will that be?
Nothing lasts forever.
Oh, you mean when you're adult, you'll be able to be in charge of your own life?
Well, look, when I'm 16, things will be easier.
And again, by the time you are grown up, your feelings might have changed, mightn't they?
No.
Oh, your love for Miss Tomlin is so certain and deep that it will never, ever change.
Yes.
How about hers for you?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Look, I don't know.
There wouldn't be very much point for you to devote your life and your future to a love which was going to be one-sided, would there?
No.
So what will you do when this is all over?
Look, when this is all over, we'll get back together again.
Robin, no.
We'll get back together again.
Which of you began the relationship?
It was mutual.
At first you were just friends?
Yes.
How soon did it develop into a love affair?
My lord, my learned friend must know the utter impropriety of that question. Furthermore, love affair implies there was love making. There's been nothing to prove this took place. Indeed, my client strenuously denies it took place.
I agree. That question cannot be allowed, Mr. Lapotaire.
Very well, my lord. Robin, were you and Miss Tomlin ever lovers in the full sense of the word? Lovers physically?
Yes.
You made love to Miss Tomlin. You had sexual intercourse with her.
Yes.
How often?
Lots of times.
Master A, you do know the meaning of those words. You do understand what it is to have sexual intercourse with another person?
Look, Queen Victoria's dead.
Go on, Mr. Lapotaire.
My lord. When you stayed with Miss Tomlin on the night of July the 7th and 8th, did anyone else stay the night?
No.
Did you and Miss Tomlin have sexual intercourse on either of those nights?
Both.
Whereabouts?
If you mean we were standing up, no.
Whereabouts? In her bed, in her room?
Yes.
Now we come to the two letters, exhibits 1 and 2, please. Do you recognize those letters?
Of course.
They were written by Miss Tomlin to you.
Yes.
If I've made you a man, I'm glad. Did she make a man of you?
What do you mean?
What does made you a man mean to you?
Well, don't you know?
Now, please answer me. Those words have a sexual connotation, as you well know.
My lord, the Crown is leading the witness again.
No, I don't think so, Miss Lewis. The question, though direct, does not call for a particular answer.
Robin, do the words made you a man have a sexual meaning for you?
Of course.
Thank you. Now, I ask again, did you have intercourse? Did she make a man of you? And is that what the letter referred
Look,
to?
it's obvious.
Robin, why are you doing this?
Miss Lewis, your client must remain silent.
My lord, you will understand these questions are deeply distressing to my client.
I do understand, Miss Lewis.
Robin, just one last matter. We've heard your father suggest that you are not a truthful person. Is that so?
Well, I'm not George Washington. You had to lie to my father even to talk to him.
Are you lying now?
No.
Have you lied to us at all here today?
No.
Is there anything, any part of your evidence that you've invented? Is there anything you've exaggerated or shaded to give us anything less than the whole literal truth?
No.
You've told us on oath the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, Robin, what subjects do you like best? Have you taken your O-levels yet?
Next month.
What in?
Well, maths, physics, chemistry. Too many science subjects.
And you're really more interested in art subjects, aren't you? Writing, painting, and so on?
Not painting so much, no.
You started a novel, haven't you?
Yes, about...
About what?
Oh, nothing, just an idea.
Do you read a lot?
Yes.
What sort of things?
All sorts, anything you can get hold of. I wasn't
You weren't
I was going to say I wasn't allowed to read very much when I was younger, but...
But now you have the school library. Juliet lends you books.
Yes.
And poetry?
I read a lot.
Your father said if you weren't careful, you'd end up a poet. Do you like Hesperides?
Oh, Juliet, she reads...
Reads Hesperides with you?
Yes.
Robin, what happened between you and your father? What do you think went wrong?
I don't know. What I mean is, what can I say? He's in the court.
And you don't want to hurt him anymore?
I don't have to hurt him anymore.
Well, I think maybe you do, just a bit, to enable us all to understand.
It's just that we're different. He doesn't know what I'm about. He tries, yes, but he thinks things and I just can't go along with them. Well, like discipline, short back and sides, send the blacks back where they came from. If a country gets cut off and rigid and always thinks it's wrong, right, whatever, I don't know, it starts to die a bit. Perhaps it's Juliet's words, but it's right.
You're not just talking about a country, are you? You mean your father, too? Did you start growing apart from your father just because of Juliet?
Look, I've got to find things out for myself. Have friends. Some of my friends were mistakes, okay, but they were mine. I gave them up. But not her, not Juliet.
Your father brought you up mostly by himself, didn't he?
Yes.
Not the way you'd bring up a child.
Look, he did his best. He never did anything out of spite or anything. He did what he thought was right. But
always stern, strict. Not enough loving, playing about, laughing, cuddling.
You sound like Marjorie Proops.
Yes. Yes, I do a bit. But there is some truth in it just the same. Too many inhibitions.
Yes.
So when somebody came along who'd grown up in a big family, who knew how to laugh and be silly and warm, who showed you books to read, gave you ideas to think about, taught you to stand up for yourself and to your father, taught you to think and feel and be like a man.
I fell in love with her.
You fell in love with her.
Yes.
And what do you think Juliet got out of it? What do you think you gave her back?
I don't know.
Was she lonely?
No.
Unhappy?
No.
Bored?
No.
Inhibited or naive?
No.
Or at all in need of a 15-year-old boy?
She loves me.
Perhaps she does.
She does.
She does. She must.
Yes.
Because you can't bear to think that she might not. But isn't that what all this is about, Robin? Yes, she loves you, but loves you as a dear and trusted friend.
Yes.
But not as a lover.
She does.
Let me finish. Not as a lover. And that's what you can't bear to admit. Because if you admit she is no more than a friend to you, then you are frightened you'll lose her.
No, never.
Robin, it has happened.
No, it hasn't.
Society, the world, your ages, these things drive people apart.
She loves me.
Yes, she loves you, but she is not and never was your lover.
She was!
Robin, do you want Juliet to go to prison? She has her own friends of her own age, her own interests, her own life apart from you. Now, I have to ask you to do something very difficult now. You've got to grow up 10 years, here and now. You've got to see that you have lost her already. That you never had her. That you never can have her, not really. And you've got to tell us the truth, here and now. That you and she were never lovers. You were never lovers, were you?
No.
You were never lovers.
You bitch! You tricked me. I didn't mean that. I meant no, I haven't lost her. We were lovers, we were!
In view of that belated answer to your question, you may resume your cross-examination if you wish, Miss Lewis.
No, thank you, my lord. I have no further questions.
My lord, I wonder if you might caution the boy as to the very grave consequences of perjury under oath.
Young man, you are in a court of law. You've taken an oath, which you perfectly well understand, to tell us the truth. Look at me, please. Now, that is what you must do. You must tell us the truth, or take the consequences, which may be very serious indeed. Now, I shall ask you, did you and Miss Tomlin have sexual intercourse?
Yes, we were lovers.
Dr. Penny, you have a medical degree, you are a trained psychoanalyst, and you work mainly as a psychotherapist. Is that correct?
Yes. I'm recognized primarily as a psychotherapist.
In how many cases before have you appeared as an expert psychiatric witness?
Oh, I've lost count. About 50 at a rough guess.
At the request of Mr. A, did you interview both Juliet Tomlin and the boy we call here Robin A?
Yes. I saw Robin 6 times in all. I thought it was necessary to see him more times than perhaps is usual.
Necessary for you to arrive at any conclusion?
No. I must make this absolutely clear. Understanding the mind is not and never can be an exact science. The most I can give you is an opinion.
Will you tell the jury, Doctor, what was your expert opinion of Robin A?
Well, I had some difficulty at first getting him to say anything much. I see you had the same problem here.
Go on, Doctor.
And he's a clever boy. His IQ is something above 140.
Ah, for the benefit of the jury, could you explain the term IQ?
Intelligence quotient. It's a measure of intelligence. If the average is 100, he's 40% above average. He has a good all-round mind with no significant imbalance intellectually.
Intellectually? What of his personality?
Fascinating. He has a problem. It's related to his age and the fact that he suffered some emotional deprivation. He's been short of love. Let me put the age problem another way. He may become an exceptional person, but at 15 there are all sorts of odd gaps, simply because he's never come across some idea or experience.
To what were you referring when you said he had been short of love?
No mother for most of his formative years. He was brought up by a strict father who withheld love if he misbehaved, and no mother to balance that.
So does Robin then relate to Miss Tomlin as a son?
Partly, as Miss Tomlin probably relates partly to him as a mother. He's at a biological age when it's natural for him to fall in love. But that love is a very complex need for friend, teacher, mother, lover, woman. For an emotionally deprived boy who needs to spit in his father's eye, it's a very powerful force.
And how would it affect his behavior towards Miss Tomlin?
Now, I expect he needs to see just how badly he can behave towards her and still be loved.
So then he might deliberately create situations to hurt or embarrass her in order to see if he was still lovable.
I doubt it would be conscious. He'd simply find himself inventing things. Everything's there. It's a perfect breeding ground for fantasies.
You're saying, Doctor, that because of his psychological state, he's liable to fabricate things?
Oh, yes, indeed. In the circumstances, he may well claim there had been intimacy between them, even if there hadn't.
The case of the Queen against Tomlin will be resumed tomorrow in the Crown Court. Schoolteacher Juliet Tomlin is accused of indecent assault on a 15-year-old schoolboy who claimed that they were lovers. Yesterday, the boy changed his testimony twice, and the defense has called an expert witness, Dr. Eva Penny, a qualified psychotherapist.
Dr. Penny, the position is that Robin may be telling us not what happened, but some fantasy?
In my opinion, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Penny.
In your opinion?
I've made that plain, yes.
And however expert and eminent in your field you may be, Doctor, you would be the first to admit, would you not, that psychiatry and psychology are often wildly inexact?
Inexact was my word. Wildly is yours. I don't accept it.
Yes, wildly is my word, Doctor. There are many differing schools of thought in psychiatry and psychology, are there not? Many very different theories?
Some, and not very different. I don't subscribe dogmatically to any of them.
One thing about which we did not hear your opinion is whether or not you think Robin is a liar.
Surely I answered that. No, he's not.
He's truthful, then.
Let me finish. He is not a liar. But as with most of us, when unconsciously he becomes confused or troubled, he will see the truth as something which it isn't.
Unconsciously?
Yes.
There are certain experts in your field, are there not, who go so far as to deny the very existence of the unconscious?
I haven't heard it sensibly proposed for a good many years now.
Have you not? Well, perhaps you could explain to the jury what the unconscious is, what it's for.
Oh, come now, this is hardly the place for that. You've heard my evidence. I've told you it's only my opinion. But that is what it is. Expert opinion in a field I don't propose to stand here and explain. Psychiatry exists. This isn't the Middle Ages.
Ah, well, we have reached one point of agreement there, Doctor. Now, as I understand it, it is your opinion that Robin may be subject to fantasies and that his affair with Miss Tomlin is just that, sheer fantasy.
That is broadly what I've been saying.
Do you have any evidence that he had had any other fantasies?
No.
So you were saying his only fantasy is that he has made love to Miss Tomlin?
That is not what I'm saying. What I said was that in the state he was in, he may very well invent things and come to believe them.
He may invent things. But then, on the other hand, he may not. I see. Thank you, Dr. Penny.
Thank you, Dr. Penny.
Thank you, Dr. Penny.
You may stand down.
Thank you, my lord.
I call Miss Juliet Tomlin.
What is your religion?
I have no orthodox
You wish to
religion.
affirm?
Yes.
Please read aloud the words on this card.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You are Juliet Tomlin, and you live at 30 Northfield Road, Fulchester.
Yes.
Miss Tomlin, what was the nature of your relationship with Robin A?
I am very fond of him. I like him very much.
Did
As
you
the
love
doctor
him?
said, he's an exceptional person.
Did you love him?
Yes. Yes, I think I do. But we all mean something very different by that, don't we? I love him as a very good, dear friend.
But only as a friend.
I don't know. I don't know what the words are for it.
Was he your lover?
No. No, he really wasn't.
He was never your lover in any physical sense.
I wanted to help him. He needed love and care and a lot of things I could give him. But he was so hungry for affection that it wouldn't have been fair to him. It would only have hurt him when there could be no future in it.
Because of the difference in your ages?
Oh, that and the fact that it never was a love affair. You see, I didn't know how he felt. It only came out that night after his father came round.
Would you tell the jury what happened on the night of the 6th of July?
Well, Robin turned up on my doorstep about 11 o'clock. He said he'd had another terrible row with his father and had walked out and wouldn't go home. He was exhausted. He'd been walking for several hours.
He wanted you to help him?
Well, he had nowhere else to go, and it was terribly late. He said, could I put him up? I'd no sooner got him off to bed when his father arrived, demanding to see Robin and ranting and raving about what I was supposed to have done to him.
He thought you'd been intimate with his son.
Well, I kept saying, it's not like that, it's not like that. But he had some of my letters and kept waving them in my face and shouting. I told him Robin was in bed and that the best we could do was to leave him. It was after midnight.
You say you'd got him off to bed. Now, which bed was that?
In the spare room.
And eventually Mr. A left, did he?
Well, there was nothing else I could say. I thought at one point he'd hit me, but in the end he just left.
And did he make... I'm sorry.
Well, I just wanted to say that there's been a lot of bad feeling. And Mr. A has been made out to be some kind of Barretts of Wimpole Street monster. He's not like that. He loves Robin, and he wants the best for him. We've all made our mistakes with Robin, but Mr. A has made less than most.
Less than you?
Yes. Yes, certainly that. But there does come a time, and Robin is 15. He's old enough to be responsible for himself. He's got to make his peace with his father. I tried. I did try, but it didn't work, so...
Are you saying your friendship is now over?
No, not our friendship. It's not over. He must know that. It's just that I can't see him anymore. I shan't until he's much older. He knows that. He's known that for some time. But he won't accept it. And that's why he's done all this.
Miss Tomlin, could you reiterate that part of the...
One moment, Miss Lewis. Are you suggesting that Robin A. has made these allegations against you as a form of emotional blackmail to force you to go on seeing him?
I'm sorry. I don't think it's good for Robin to hear all this. He'll think I'm betraying him, and I'm not. Please, couldn't he leave the court?
My lord, in view of the situation, would you consider excluding Robin A. from the court?
Well, if what Miss Tomlin says is true and her evidence may distress the boy, I can only believe it would be still more disturbing for him to leave the court and have to imagine what she is saying. No, he may stay unless he or his father choose that he should leave. Miss Lewis.
Let us deal straight away with the allegations made against you. Did you sleep or make love with Robin on the 6th or 7th of July?
No, absolutely not.
Miss Tomlin, you said that the reason behind Robin's actions in this was because you had told him that your friendship was over.
No, not our friendship. It's not over. It's just that I can't see him anymore. You see, I didn't know how he felt. It only came out that night after his father came round that Robin came downstairs and said that he was in love with me. I didn't know. It was stupid and slow of me, but I simply hadn't guessed.
But you had used the word love freely in conversation and letters.
Yes, he knows I love him. But there's a huge difference between love and being in love. We've talked about love by the hour. What love is, all the different kinds. Love of one's family, parents, country. Love of things, love of the world. Our love, even romantic love. I thought he knew the differences. And then suddenly he said he was in love with me.
What did you answer?
Oh, I don't know. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I said something like, oh, Robin, I didn't know. You can't be in love with me. And he said, I am. And I said, well, go to bed. We'll talk about it in the morning.
And did you talk about it in the morning?
No, he didn't bring the subject up again, and I decided I wouldn't say anything. I thought that if he mentioned it, I'd just say I understood. But then the next night, Miss Kitely came.
Was Miss Kitely's arrival something of a shock to you?
Well, I didn't take much notice of her at first. It wasn't until she'd gone that I suddenly realised.
You realised what?
Well, I dismissed what she'd been saying, that people were talking, that it was becoming a scandal, because it simply wasn't true. And then suddenly I thought, well, it must be true. Robin said it's true. He said he's in love with me. So I thought I must sit down there and then with Robin and try and talk it out.
And this was the first time you had made it plain to Robin that you were not in love with him?
Well, I suppose so, but I don't think I ever gave him the impression that I was.
And how did he take the news?
He cried.
At first, he cried?
Yes, and then he said it didn't matter, that he'd always loved me. So I said I was sorry. It was all my fault, but we simply couldn't see each other anymore. So then he got very angry and started talking nonsense.
What sort of nonsense?
Oh, incoherent things. Things like he'd lock me up, he'd chain me up in a room so that I couldn't get away, he'd kill me and kill himself. He didn't mean it.
And all this took place before Robin was interviewed by the police?
The night before, yes.
And do you think that's why he said what he did to the police?
Well, it must be, yes.
Why did you not deny it?
I'm sorry, it was Stupid of me. I did think Robin would be able to say it was all a lie. I didn't want to hurt him or make him seem bad. These are private things, and even if his name isn't on them, he'll know. And he'll have to read about it in the newspapers. God, I'm terribly sorry.
Miss Tomlin. Miss Tomlin, I should now take you through these letters word by word, and undoubtedly the prosecuting counsel will do just that. But I believe you have explained them, what you meant by them. I believe you have explained this whole affair, and I have no further questions.
But I'm afraid I have, Miss Tomlin. I have indeed. Miss Tomlin, you saw Robin almost every day at the school.
Yes.
You saw him many evenings, too.
Yes.
Spending hours with him while you read books, poetry, talked to him.
Yes.
You saw so much of him that it became common talk amongst the people who knew you, some of whom even warned you.
Yes.
Then how can it possibly be that you failed to recognize his love for you?
I don't know.
You even talked about love by the hour, didn't you?
Yes.
And yet you didn't recognize it right under your nose.
No.
Now, how can we possibly believe you?
I said love, not in love. How could I tell that he felt differently?
How indeed, Miss Tomlin? How can we? What difference is there?
You love your children. I hope you're in love with your wife.
You're not married, are you, Miss Tomlin?
No.
If it's not too much of an impertinent question, how old are you?
32.
Another impertinent question, Miss Tomlin. Are you quite without any sort of experience sexually?
My lord, is that question justified?
The question is not only justified. In the context, I'd say it's essential it be asked.
I don't mind anyway. No, I'm not an old spinster.
But you are a spinster.
I'm not a virgin.
You kissed Robin?
Yes. But never in a sexual fashion.
You held his hands?
Yes.
Fondled, cuddled him?
Yes.
And you ask us to believe you felt nothing sexual for this boy? This boy whom you described as hungry for affection and whom you've admitted you love?
The truth is, yes, I find him attractive.
Attractive?
Attractive.
Sexually attractive?
Yes, but I never slept with him.
Really? You see, I find this hard to believe. You say you felt sexually attracted to Robin, and yet it never occurred to you that he must be sexually attracted to you?
Yes, it did occur to me. More than that, I knew. It's part of any love. Sexuality. Well, sexual attraction is just that. It can stop there. I find myself attracted to lots of people, but I don't make love with them, and I didn't make love with Robin.
So, Miss Tomlin, now you were saying not only did you find the boy sexually attracted, but that you knew the boy was sexually attracted to you. Right, now let's look at these letters. No, better than that. I'll read one to you. Just one. Robin, dear Robin, I know it's wrong of me to write you again. I'm sitting ready for bed, and all I can think of is you. Being young is a wonderful gift, and all we oldies, yes I am, envy it. But your passion and stamina, enthusiasm and energy must not be wasted. I look at my hand as I write, and I think of your smooth flesh. Now, Robin, now is all we have. Everything we can possibly be and do is only in the now. That means not fighting, but spending as much of every now as we can on love. I hope I've shown you something of what love is. I've tried, and God knows it is as good for me as you say it is for you. Gently now, I kiss you good night. Now, Miss Tomlin, hearing this letter again, how can we possibly believe anything except that you and Robin have made love?
You must believe it because it's true. If you read it the way you did, it sounds more than a love letter. It sounds awful, obscene. You put every dirty insinuation into it. I can only say I wrote it as a private letter, not to be read out here. When you know someone, you develop a private language. You knew what I meant, and I didn't mean what you've said. When I wrote, I tried to show you what love is, and it's good meant just that. Love, not love-making. Please, please believe me.
Members of the jury, it is clear that in this affair with Miss Tomlin and the 15-year-old boy, the boy acted willingly, voluntarily, and fully aware of the nature and consequences of what he was doing. But this in no way excuses Miss Tomlin's conduct, for in law, any sexual activity with persons under 16 is prohibited, and the consent of that young person is immaterial. Now, can there be any doubt, ladies and gentlemen, that such sexual activity took place? Can we fail to believe Robin when he says he had sexual intercourse with Miss Tomlin? Now, we've heard the evidence of Miss Kitely, who saw them together in a classroom, kissing. We've heard from a psychiatrist that Robin felt a powerful need for a woman who could combine both mother and lover. And then there are the letters. I want you here and now. I think of your smooth flesh, your passion. It is as good for me as you say it is for you. If I've made you a man, then I'm glad, and so on. But most damning of all is what we have heard from the accused's own mouth, that she felt sexually attracted to Robin, and that she knew he was sexually attracted to her. And knowing this, ladies and gentlemen, she permitted him to stay in her house alone together for 2 nights. Now, can we fail to believe Robin when he tells us they slept together, that there was sexual activity? For this is the only question you have to ask yourselves, members of the jury. Was there any sexual activity between the accused and Robin A? Now, if your answer is yes, whatever sympathy you may feel towards the accused must not allow you to be swayed from your clear duty in law, which is to find Juliet Tomlin guilty as charged.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, nobody, least of all herself, would deny that Juliet Tomlin has behaved unwisely in this matter. And she blames herself for this more than anyone. Because he was a remarkable and receptive pupil, she put herself in circumstances where this boy could fall in love with her. And she was blind to the fact that he had until it was too late. Miss Tomlin may have behaved unwisely, short-sightedly, but that is all she has done. Now, you don't need a psychiatrist to tell you that 15-year-old boys have dreams of a sexual nature, that they fantasize. You do have the expert witness, the expert psychotherapist, who has told you that this boy, because of his emotional deprivation, was a breeding ground for such fantasies. Now, I submit to you that it would be dangerously wrong to proceed on his evidence. Indeed, his bravura insistence on Miss Tomlin's guilt seems wholly inconsistent with his claim to love her, and much more like an act of childish revenge. So what actual evidence have we? Well, a bit of gossip, possibly provoked by jealousy, 1 or 2 wholly innocent acts of friendship, easily misconstrued, and the letters. Well, out of a dozen or more letters which the father took from his son's room, only 2, in the words of the Chief Inspector, even seemed more than affectionate. They are loving because Miss Tomlin has not tried to hide from you her real and deep affection for the boy. They are passionate, but they are passionate in a literary way. Miss Tomlin is a teacher of literature. Her letters reflect her love of language, a love which she tried to communicate to her young pupil. She was being, in the true sense of the word, an educator. When she talks of love, she means just that, love, not love-making. Love is a much devalued word, ladies and gentlemen. It would be a sad today if it came to mean only sexual intercourse. So, all that is proven in this case is that Miss Tomlin has behaved ill-advisedly, perhaps overzealously. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a crime. And I ask you to return a verdict of not guilty.
Members of the jury, Miss Tomlin is charged on 2 counts. Firstly, that she indecently assaulted Robin A. on July the 6th, 1973. Secondly, that she committed a similar offence on the following day. Now, it is no defence in law to say that as here a person under the age of 16 gave his or her consent. The law says Master A cannot give his consent at this age. He is a minor. Thus, intercourse or other sexual activity with a minor is an indecent assault. This is my task, members of the jury, to advise you upon the law. It is your task now to weigh the evidence and to decide only upon the facts. I would ask you to bear in mind 2 things. Firstly, you should be cautious of acting on the evidence of Robin A. alone. He is, after all, very young. You should look for corroborative evidence. The letters and the other evidence, if you think there is any weight to it, could provide corroboration. Secondly, the prosecution must prove its case beyond all reasonable doubt. So, if you have a reasonable doubt whether Miss Tomlin did these things alleged against her, you must find her not guilty. You will now retire and consider your verdict.
All stand. Members of the jury, will you please be seated, but will your foreman remain standing? Just answer this question, yes or no. Have you reached a verdict upon which you are all agreed?
Yes.
On the first count of indecent assault, do you find the accused Juliet Tomlin guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On the second count of indecent assault, do you find the accused guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Very well. Miss Tomlin, you have been found not guilty upon the verdict of the jury. You're free to leave this court.
Court will rise.
Next week, a chance to join another jury in assessing the facts when our cameras return to the Crown Court.